Alright, let's talk about the Dodgers because this team's been doing some wild stuff over the offseason. They just won the World Series, and instead of taking a breather, they, over the last few months, made even more moves. People, including myself, have been getting a little salty about their spending, saying it's unfair, which it kind of is, and it's tough when one team keeps stacking talent, but let's be real, they're not breaking any rules, they're just playing the game smarter, and with spring training already rolling, it's clear they're gearing up to be the clear favorite to win the World Series once again. The Dodgers added Blake Snell, they re-signed Teoscar Hernandez, they signed Clayton Kershaw again just cuz, they got Hyesong Kim, they got Conforto, and so much more, and I want to talk all about it, as well as give you guys an update on Shohei Ohtani. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so last year was pretty insane. Even though the Dodgers did basically buy their way to a championship and had a stacked roster, nothing came easy. They had to fight through so many injuries, and the playoffs themselves were pretty crazy. They faced real adversity with the season on the line against the Padres, but every time, they responded. And eventually they went on to beat the Yankees to win the World Series, and now, as you almost had to expect, the Dodgers went out and added even more talent on top of what they already had, and guys are getting healthy. Shohei Ohtani is going to be able to both pitch and hit. Maybe Kershaw will be able to pitch a little bit. There literally are guys that will barely see the field that would start on most teams. It's absolutely nuts. I myself am a Cleveland Guardians fan, and I remember before last season, I went to spring training, and when I was at the Dodgers game, I remember standing next to an older couple, and Teoscar Hernandez stepped up to the plate, and the wife goes, "Who is that?" And the dude was like, "Oh, he's just one of the new guys." I almost started laughing out loud because if my Guardians got a guy like him, he would be the acquisition of a decade. But for the Dodgers, he was just one of their many random new guys. But that truly is just what this league has become between the big and smaller markets. It's not even the same playing field at all. But anyways, besides all that, let's look at what the current Dodgers depth chart looks like today. Because like I said, if the team stays even remotely close to healthy, I think the 2026 World Series is pretty much a lock unless something catastrophic happens. So right now, the starting rotation is looking like this. Yamamoto, who really found his groove down the later parts of last season, finishing with a 3 ERA. Ohtani is going to be back. You never know what you're going to see after surgery, but this is Shohei we are talking about. The dude is not human. I think he's going to come back and is going to put up Cy Young numbers. And a funny story about Ohtani that I really don't want to say, but I just have to, is that when I was 10 years old or something like that, when I went to spring training, I actually got Shohei's autograph. It was a sweet spot on an MLB baseball. He only signed for like 3 people and left before the crowd bombarded him. That was his rookie season, so I barely knew who he was. And me being entrepreneurial minded, when I got home and the next Madden came out, I had no money, so I created an eBay account and sold the ball for $60. Yep, you heard that number right, $60. Absolutely tragic. I've yet to go on eBay to see what a Shohei signed baseball goes for. I can't get myself to, so if you know, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's my funny and tragic story about Shohei Ohtani. But moving on to the next player I want to talk about, Blake Snell agreed to a 5-year, $182 million deal with the Dodgers. And if there was like an official move that pushed people over the edge, it was this one. Because how many guys should one team be allowed to sign? But hey, don't hate the player, hate the game, hate Rob Manfred. The Dodgers want to win. Blake Snell himself said that the decision to join the Dodgers was super easy, and same for the front office. "I've known him since he was 18 years old," said Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman, the longtime Tampa Bay Rays executive who had a hand in drafting Snell 52nd overall out of high school in 2011. To watch his journey, watch the incredible success that he's had, has been very special. And with a guy that's enjoyed that much success, usually in Major League free agency, you're buying the backside of a guy's career, the accomplishments that they've had. And with Blake, the one thing that's really excited for us is that for as much success as he has had, we feel like there's more in there and a lot of upside beyond what he's done to this point, and the impact he can have on our quest to win a World Series this year and as many years as we can see out, he also said. Snell had a 3.12 ERA, so very effective guy, and hopefully we can see him healthy. And speaking of that, the next guy down the line is Tyler Glasnow, and for the Dodgers, getting him was basically like, why not? because we've seen him be a Cy Young caliber pitcher. It's just all about consistently getting out there on the mound. But it doesn't stop there, because next there is Rogue Sasaki, the #1 prospect in the MLB pipeline, and we should get to see him make quite a few appearances this spring training. And then on top of him, there is Kershaw, Tony Gonsolin, and many others. So basically, the Dodgers have made it to where they can't be beaten, just too much talent and depth, and in 2025, they will be able to take on an injury and be just fine. And the bullpen has a few studs as well, and I'll get into those guys in a different video. But now onto the position players, the lineup is even more loaded. You got Shohei Ohtani leading off. This year he will probably go for the 60-60 club or something absurd like that, and if he played for any other team, he would not be able to put up these numbers because nobody would pitch to him. But when you got Mookie Betts batting right behind in the 2-hole with an above 300 average on a year-to-year basis, and then you got one of the top hitters in the league statistically in the 3-hole in Freddie Freeman, who will lead the league in doubles and a bunch of advanced stats, and then Teoscar Hernandez, the random new guy from last year, will be putting up all-star numbers. Then Max Muncy at the 5 or 6 hole can come in and provide some power. He's basically just a cleanup man. He's going to be the guy that hits those deflating home runs. I'm not saying he will have the best average or will be the best all-around hitter out there, but if a pitcher somehow gets through those first 4 guys and then Muncy is the one to beat him, that would be beyond irritating. But it doesn't even end there, because Will Smith, to me, is one of the best catchers in the game. He's not perfect, he definitely has his flaws, but how many catchers in the current landscape of this game are solid both on the field and hitting? But he is, and then on the bench, there are a plethora of options. You got Conforto, Edman, Kim, Chris Taylor, Kiki Hernandez, Miguel Rojas, Austin Barnes. Like, my gosh, this is basically the best players from 2 or 3 rosters combined into just one. It definitely is going to be interesting to see what happens with this team down the line, because all the deferred money eventually will have to be paid out. But I mean, with Ohtani, the championships, money is being generated right now for sure. So I feel like the more talent they have, the more money they will make, and it's all gonna pay off. And I mean, even down the line, if the Dodgers suck for a few years, who even cares when they are winning all these World Series right now? And this is LA we are talking about. They will always generate more revenue than everyone else. Right now, the Dodgers enter the upcoming season at plus 275 odds to win the World Series, which are like some of the best odds we've ever seen. And I just can't wait to see what Shohei Ohtani does in 2025 and 26. It pains me sometimes to watch him dominate and do what he does because of that autograph story, but hey, like I said, you win some, you lose some, and now at least I have a funny story to tell. Let me know what you guys think about this team in the comments below and what your expectations are for the upcoming season. Also, drop one under the radar player that you think is going to have a big year. That's really all I have to say for this one. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.